Hi, my name is Gabi, also known as Mrs Pigeon, and today I'm going to re-watch the first ever video on my channel, which I uploaded 3 years ago today. This is going to be really cringe, I'm sorry. I was 18 in this video and I look about 12. Already hate it. Hi, my name is Gabi, also known as Mrs Pigeon, and you could probably tell by the title, description and what I write in the video that I'm going to be talking about things I was scared of as a child. Now these are stupid, probably funny, random stuff.
Where are my eyebrows?
I just thought this would be interesting to share because I don't think many people have done this. I'm probably wrong. First thing I'm going to point out before I actually start the list is I'm not rating these things I was scared of based on how
get on with it.
I'm basing it on how much of an effect it made on me, how much these things scared me, how much these things gave me nightmares, or, you know, any bad effect, pretty much. For those of you who know me, my second point
Such
is,
a long point.
I'm not going to
between
add
the
my clown
words.
phobia in there, even though I became scared of clowns as a child.
No one cares! Get on with it!
Because I'm still scared of them now, even more scared of them, and I'm officially no longer a child, so that doesn't count as a childhood fear, that counts as a massive fear. Right, so now that that's cleared up, let's begin! And number 10 was something that would keep me up at night. I was scared of the X-Files theme song.
That noise in the background.
I used to keep the door open because I shared a room with my sister, and the door would be really noisy, and she used to come to bed later than me because she was older. So I used to be able to hear it from our room, even though my dad's watching it in the living room. I don't know what it was about music, it just really frightened me.
In case you didn't believe me, that's what it sounded like.
At number 8 is something I know quite a few people were scared of, and that was indeed the robber from The Sims.
Who was scared of that
It wasn't
other
so
than
much
me?
the robber himself, it was the way they showed it, the way they let you know he was there. I'll be playing it innocently, and my family will be happy and making a waffle, and then the little box appears in the corner and has really weird music, really like kind of sudden music.
I forgot how it went.
It wasn't even the fact that my stuff could be stolen that scared me, it was just the way that they showed it.
That Comic Sans Deli. Keeps making me
Number
jump.
8 is another video game related fear. I used to always play the game
Rugrats.
Search for a Reptar, and there's a level where it's nighttime and you play as Tommy and you have to open the fridge because that will turn the electricity on or something. I don't know, it was a weird game. And there were these ghosts around the house. The game had terrible graphics. I mean, the ghosts were 2D. You would walk past them, and if you stood directly beside them you wouldn't be able to see them because 2D. They made a sound as well when you went into them, or they went into you. It was like this really deep kind of boogie kind of sound. It literally was something like boogie boogie.
Boogie.
They literally had no animation. They were just
Literally.
like cardboard cutouts of ghosts floating towards you.
How bad that was.
But it was still really creepy. I think because it looked so bad, that added to the creepiness. But me and my best friend, we used to play it together and we found that really scary.
Oh my god. I keep talking for too long. I still do that now, to be fair.
And number 7 is a really weird one, and my mum thought I was weird for being scared of this.
Reet Petite?
I was scared of the Reet Petite music video. Reet Petite's like an old song that you probably
Such
do
a big
know.
gap. Again.
Dun,
Dun-dun,
dun. Reet Petite. Down the street. It was like a claymation of this man, and he used to do really weird
Could have at least
play-ish
looked up the
things.
lyrics.
Like his head would roll off and like roll to one hand and then roll the other side to the other hand, like woo. And his eyes would pop out to the beat of the trumpets. It was really weird. It was very animated sort of thing, and it was really fun. And normal people probably watched that like.
Welcome with John.
And it was me watching it like.
Oh my god.
6 was something that scared my family as well as me, which was
Muppets.
the scene in The Muppets Christmas Carol.
That still scares me a little
where
bit.
this guy goes to knock on a door, and then this face appears where the doorknob is, and it's one of the old men Muppets. I don't know their names. But it's the one with a massive chin, and he kind of just goes. I think that's what he does, and that terrified me. I didn't even see the film. It was an advert for that film, and it had that bit in it. But I used to really desperately forward it, and sometimes I still see it. So I used to close my eyes and forward it, so I didn't even see it.
No one cares!
That was really scary. I think that's a really random thing to have as well, because I think he was the ghost of Christmas Knob.
Jacob Marley.
At number 5, so the top 5, is the
I still do that all the time.
Heffalumps and Woozles song from the Winnie the Pooh film. The Heffalumps and Woozles
are very confusals.
They're in, they're out, they're all about. They're
far, they're near, they're gone, they're here, they're quick, they're slick, they're insincere,
extraordinary.
So very, be wary. I sound the same.
The tune of it was really sort of sinister, I thought. And just the whole thing, it was like Pooh was on drugs and just saw these Heffalumps and Woozles. And there's this one particular bit where these two Heffalumps, a male and a female, they dance in honey. And I think either one of them or both of them stares at the camera the whole time, and it's like...
I'll dance myself. Oh.
There's also actually a bit in that song that I did find really funny as well.
Audio just faded in.
Pop honey with legs, and it's walking. And this Heffalump picks the lid off the pot with its trunk.
My impression was really good.
And
I
I
remember
think
this.
the pot does something like... and
It's really good, that impression, I remember. Nailed it.
But that made me laugh, but the rest of the song was just too creepy.
They're black. They're brown. They're out. They're down. They're in. They're out. They're all about. They're far. They're near. They're gone. They're here. They're quick and slick. They're insincere. Beware.
Beware. Beware. Oh, let's get into that one.
At number 4, it's probably going to be really hard to explain to you because this is probably a once in a lifetime thing, but it's high up in the list because it scared me so much in that one time. I was playing Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on the PlayStation 2, and I was playing it again at night. And
again?
Within the game, my mission as Harry was to sneak outside and I think go to Hagrid's hut. Anyone who's played the Harry Potter games know that there are prefects there, so you're not allowed to be caught out of your dormitory. It's got a really eerie music where it's like, and then when you're caught, it kind of goes,
oh my god!
Okay, it doesn't quite scream at you, and then they do this spell on you, and it kind of sounds like locomotion, but I don't know what they say.
Locomotion.
It's like locomotion mortis or something, and it basically stops Harry from running and makes him go kind of like instead.
I should have played the leak spin music there.
I'm not joking, that's what he does pretty much. And then it got to him and they go, Potter, fancy seeing you here. Let's get back to your dormitory. But this one point, I got caught by a prefect.
Oh,
the camera went behind the back of the prefect's head, and it glitched. And I saw the inside of its head, which was basically its face, the person's face backwards. And it covered my entire screen, this like inverted face. And it shouted, obviously, at Harry. And it was just kind of like,
get back to your dormitory.
And I was like,
that's my butt. Okay, I had slightly but...
At number 3 is really hard to explain because it's a really faded memory.
Oh, this.
Yet, at the same time, I kind of remember it. I played this game, and I think it was on Yahooligans, and it had the song "These Are a Few of My Favourite Things" by Judy Andrews from the film The Sound of Music. And I don't know what the game was, but as I recall, the animation was that kind of stop and go, but not with toys. It was with photos, and it was of people, and they were like cut out.
I think I dreamt this,
and
to be fair.
Not only was it like that, but their heads were made really big, like bobbly kind of heads, but not bobbly, just big. And it was that song, and I must have taken my eyes off the screen or become distracted, because a character, which was probably Julie Andrews, on there, their head changed. It's so hard to remember. I mean, for all I know, I might have dreamt this, but
I think I did, yeah.
I don't think I did. I think it actually happened. The only way I can describe the head that changed was if Ozzy Osbourne was a zombie. Does that ring any bells to anyone? I just saw it for a split second. I can't even remember if it was a jump scare and it went "Ah!" on the screen or anything. Ever since seeing that, the song really freaks me out, especially the melody of the verses.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favourite things.
Number 2 was very close to being number 1, but it's just about not made it as number 1. There was this game that we played in my old school. It was a computer
Granny's
game,
Garden.
and
Spoilers.
it was meant for like 5-year-olds to 10-year-olds. Yes, a child's game scared me, okay? But then Teletubbies scared me, so this isn't as weird. This game was called Granny's Garden, and the witch in that game was really scary. She was jump scare-ish. She was a jump scare in a kid's game. Okay, so the aim of the game is the king and queen of some stupid made-up kingdom had somehow lost every single one of their 10 kids. And they blamed the witch, which is like, oh, stereotypical. You know, the witch might not have done it. She did. But they didn't know that. And this
So
raven
stupid.
comes over, and he's like, yo, find his kids, yeah? There are 4 levels, which are 4 different places, and the first level is a cottage. And the first level is the catalyst of my fear of this witch. You
Big
have
words.
to save a kid from a tree. And you have to use one of the witch's broomsticks, right? And
Yeah.
the first hint they give you is, you have to take a broom. You go into their closet, and it's like, would you like to take a broom? And there's a broom there. If you select yes, you get a jump scare of that witch. And you're like, what did I do? Her face covers the whole screen with her weird smile, her weird face, and her eyes are rolling, and she's like, and it's really scary.
Did you hear me breathe in?
And
Like,
I was wearing those massive headphones, and I fell off my stool because it made me jump that much. And I used to always, I loved the game because I was really good at it when I got towards the end. And I used to always play it from start to finish, and I would avoid getting that woman because, man, she's scary.
could only find a video of the retro version of this game, not the one I played. See, it's nothing compared to the witch I was scared of.
We've reached number 1! And if you're still here, well done.
Yeah, well
Well
done.
done for sticking around.
Well done to
After
all of
watching
you.
the film The Nutty Professor, I found people blowing up scary. Now this would sound normal if I meant blowing up as in but sadly I mean getting fat into a balloon. This is also
Hashtag
Harry
fat
Potter
shaming.
related. So if you've seen the film or read the book of The Prisoner of Azkaban,
Spoilers!
then you probably know where I was going with this. Now, the first scene, pretty much, of Harry Potter, his auntie comes around, and she starts slagging off his parents, and he's like, shut up! He points a finger, and that starts to get fat. And then she starts to
did
get fat,
that.
and she blows up, and everybody's laughing, everyone's loving it, they're all laughing their heads off,
Yeah.
and then there's me just going, ah! And I
They did
kicked
the
off,
mash.
and I really screamed, and I had a massive panic attack, probably my first
Sorry.
massive panic attack. In the cinema, I showed up my family, they had to take me out for a few minutes, drag me back in. Now this is number 1 because this really affected me, like really affected me. After getting the DVD of the film, when it came out, the first disc has Harry, Ron and Hermione all like, oh. And the second disc with all the special features and behind the scenes had Harry's auntie blown up. I used to open the case like, ugh, and I'd search for the right disc and I'll take it out. And whenever I played the film, I would start playing it with someone, and then suspiciously, right at the beginning, I'd be like, I need the toilet, so don't pause it without me because I've already seen the film. And I'll go and I'll listen and I'll hear Harry drag his suitcase downstairs, which is the next scene, and I'll come down for that. I then, a few years later, or a few months later, watched Tim Burton's remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and everyone knows that Violet Beauregarde blows up. So I needed the toilet during that bit, and I cleverly went to the toilet and came back. I missed a good song, but
That
I
was
didn't
in the
get
cinema.
scared. And it's actually until I turned 15, or was nearly 16, did I actually sit down and watch that Harry Potter scene for the first time since the cinema.
She sounds like the goat screaming.
So these were the things I was scared of as a child. I hope you found this interesting and maybe even relatable. If you were scared of one of these things, or you were scared of something just as random and weird as a child, or maybe even now, let me know in the comments what it was, how old you were, how much it scared you, if it still scares you, whatever. I'd like to know because I think it's funny and it would be nice to know that I'm not the only weird, wussy child. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like or favourite it or share it to your buddies, and subscribe if you want to be a member of the Pigeon's Nest, which is awesome by the way. It's the best nest ever. And I'll see you again another time.
Different
Bye!
intro, outro, same music. Yeah, I did make that music myself. Someone tried to give me a copyright claim on that music, and I was like, no. I said right to you, like, excuse me, I made this on Music Maker Jam. I can understand there might be similar things, but no, this is mine. Something at the end?
Beware, beware.
That was interesting, wasn't it? I somehow remained the same, but I've also become really different. It's weird seeing me, right, without the big eyebrows, and without like some kind of lipstick, without my like tattoos, even though this one's brand new, and without the nose ring and the other piercings. Like, I had no earrings in that video, and it's so weird. There were actually more things I was scared of on there as a kid, but I wanted to narrow it down to 10. I actually narrowed it down to 12, and then I was like, no, this is going to be too long. So I cut the last 2 off and just started at the X-Files song. So I actually have more I'm scared of, which is in my next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, you can give the video a like. If you like, share it to your buddies and go ahead. And if you'd like to see the rest, you can subscribe to the Pigeon's Nest. Bye!